Get out your phone, Lamar. I'm gonna call you out this after. You ain't ready then.
Nigga, I'm ready. Go ahead. You can't see me unless I'm talking.
Yeah, that ain't mean you ready. I need you to get locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm gonna bully you, dog.
I can't be bullied. I'm the bully. You ever been bullied by a 6?
No, I don't whoop the
I'll
couple
be the
six.
first.
I don't whoop the couple 6'2". You ain't scared shit around here,
no
nigga.
shoes on.
You funny as all right.
Shoes on, he's a 6'4" point.
Hey, listen, dog. Listen, Lamar is threatening me, y'all. I'm putting this. I'm documenting this. It's gonna be on YouTube that he threatened me. If anything happened to me, it was Lamar Wilburn.
You sound like government a lot over these airways. I'm burner, baby.
I'm burning. Oh, now you want an alias so you don't get doxxed. No, this is real name, no gimmicks. That's okay, but Burner Baby's in the house.
Yep. You know what this is? It's not a movement, it's the only thing moving, huh? Dig that? Okay, oh yes, the war is coming. The gap keep growing with the wealthy and the slumming. So I use my mental riches for digits to keep them running till my chips come around. Yeah, like a Funyun, bite down, get a taste of that Midwest flavor. While I'm at it, let Mr. Rogers just shout out to my neighbors. I ain't mention the journal when I say wake up, get paper. Not talking about Kobe when they mention a great Laker.
Ladies and gentlemen, we back with another episode of Unlabeled the Podcast. I'm your illustrious host, Jerome Williams. I got my good brother Dante Owens and Lamar Wilburn in the building. This is a show where we cover pop culture, sports, and entertainment. So if you're wondering what you're here for, that's what you're here to listen to. Us give our thoughts on these pop cultures, this American culture, sports and entertainment. I don't got too much sports this evening, but we got a lot of culture and entertainment for y'all. Burner, how are you doing this week, brother? Uh-oh, he disappeared. See, look, what I tell him. I said, get locked in. Get locked in. He gonna get his ass. This motherfucker gonna ruin the goddamn.
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's frigid outside.
Mm-hmm.
But got a place of warmth and safety, so life is good. Can't complain.
That's what's up, bro. Also, Dante, how are you doing today, brother? I would say this week.
I'm good, man. Ready to get to it, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a frigid. We in a polar vortex right now, so
Yeah.
But nothing to worry about. Hoes don't get cold.
That's the rumor. I don't know no hoes, allegedly. So if y'all don't get cold,
it's just funny. I can't relate. I'm just laughing because it's funny.
I was just thinking that when I was at the gym working out this evening, like people in there like little booty shorts. So I'm like, yeah, hoes don't get cold.
That's a fact, bro. These hoes, they go rain, sleet, or snow, they going. That's what it is. Oh man, but man, it's good. It's good to hear that y'all doing good, man. I got a question for y'all. Why do people pretend that quiche is good? That is some of the nastiest shit, bro. I'm so sick of y'all making quiche. That is a lazy ass breakfast. And it's disgusting. Do y'all find quiche appetizing at all?
It's trash and the texture is whack.
Whack as fuck, bro. Who the fuck want baked eggs? Like, that shit is horrible.
Who the hell make that?
Bro, a lot of people make
y'all
it, bro.
Y'all eat that in Texas?
Yes, bro. A lot of people eat quiche, bro. So I like, bro, I got so mad. I saw, you know how you scrolling through the internet? I follow a lot of foodies on Instagram. Don't judge me. So I've seen this dude making. I see the dude making the quiche. You still on camera while you trying to hold that laugh? But I seen a dude making quiche on Instagram and instantly got irritated, bro. Like, that looks horrible, fam. Like, don't make that again.
And they be doing all the wet stuff on it, like spinach. I don't care how you cook spinach, it's gonna be wet. On that egg, ugh.
I like spinach on eggs, but I just don't like it. I don't like quiche, bro. Like,
but it ain't. Nah.
You ain't going with it in eggs, period.
Nah. Yeah. No, on eggs, but you cook it different. That quiche is always wet.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
gross.
Yeah, gross, man. Stop with the quiche. Stop with the quiche. Goddamn, it's gross. Pie crust and eggs. Whoever thought that would be a good idea? That's horrible, man. I got a question to ask y'all. Can a man that don't make no money make a woman happy?
They're the ones who do it the best. It's the ones with the money that seem to be struggling.
It's a common thread going around on the internet right now that a man with no woman, a man with no woman, a man with no money can't make a woman happy.
That's a lie. That's like from the woe is me. That's like from the woe is me bag. Mm-hmm. Bunch of dudes who real soft and real kind of corny, just talking. We all been broken to had our share of women. So I was dead broken. They was absolutely couldn't get enough of me. So
you was wearing them out. Big Burner was wearing them out over there, boy.
Listen, in my time,
Speak for yourself.
Boy, turn them every which way but loose.
Hold on a second. I'm about to call up a woman. I'm tired of this toxic masculinity. I hope she answers. Let's see if she answers. Hold on a second.
I'm attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Hello,
Leslie. This is Jerome Williams from Unlabeled Podcast. How are you doing this evening?
I am blessed by the best. How are you?
I'm good. We're live on the air. I had a question for you.
Sure. Hey guys,
Leslie, this big burner. Leslie, what's cracking?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm letting Rome host. So go on. He gonna ask you a few questions. If he get out of line, you let me know.
He been trying to bully me this whole episode, Leslie. I don't like this.
Y'all got the relay. I'm too. So come on.
I hope you ain't using me as no reference on a job application because this is about to go on the internet.
I got my people.
I ain't one of them. All right, listen. So we covering topic right now. We want to know if a man with no money can make a woman happy.
It depends on the woman. If it's not a shallow, wannabe, fake, bougie, living the social media life woman, probably not. But like a real woman who's not struggling herself and really looking at you for who you are, because there's so many other ways to make a woman happy outside of money, I believe it can happen.
Okay. I mean, what if both of them was broke?
I mean, how I'm gonna judge you if I'm broke then? Shit.
Okay.
You could tell me I don't want to mess with you because you broke.
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends on. I'm at an age now where I'm going off of how you treat me. Of course, you can't be penny pinching because I got bills and kids. So that I'm not saying that. So you broke ass niggas don't even come my way. But it can happen. It just really depends on how a person treats you and make you feel.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to check in with a woman because we was having some toxic masculinity moment over here. Burner said when he was broke, he was running through.
I treated him well. That was my point. What she said.
Yeah. You got to treat him well. It's called being a hobosexual.
Mm-hmm. And that's all right. If that works, if that works for you, then more power to you.
That's what's up.
But some women don't mind taking care of or looking out for a man if they have it. What they say, it ain't tricking if you got it.
That part right there. All right. Thank you, Leslie. I just needed a minute of your time. Thank you for chiming in.
Oh, absolutely.
Topic. All right. We'll catch you soon, sis. Peace.
Okay. Bye.
I'm about to make another phone call. This
Hold on. Before you do that, bro.
Go ahead.
Just for the record, there's no such thing as toxic masculinity.
Bro, I was being funny, bro.
Oh, okay.
I ain't trying to
because people listening, this is a huge platform. Hey, huge.
Hey, bro. No, I ain't politicizing this out, bro. Listen, hey, Trump said it's only two genders, bro, so I ain't politicizing this out at all.
He said he done with the BS.
Yeah, he said I'm big boo, big Trump.
Big T, what they calling down.
Yeah, hey, how are you doing this evening, Montre? This is Jerome Williams from the Unlabeled Podcast. We're live on the air. So I was calling you because we're discussing a topic. It's called can a man with no money make a woman happy?
Absolutely not. 100% no.
You don't think so at all?
No, absolutely not.
I'm having a heart attack over here.
You got to ask me a real question, sir.
Hey, no. Why don't you think so?
Listen, I don't have the time to go into all of that, Jerome. This is just known. We know this. Come on now.
Hey, while we have Montreal
Stop
Stop it. I want to know, Lamar or Dante, do you have any questions for him while he's on the line or on his train of thought?
Have you ever made a woman happy while you were broke?
Absolutely not.
Dog, I'm having a heart
At
attack.
some point in time, it's beef. Stop.
Dog, I'm having a heart attack over here. Well, Montre, thank you, bro. I really appreciate your time this evening.
No problem, guys.
Just wanted to get
Can't wait to finish watching the pod when it's uploaded.
Yes, bro. Okay, thank you so much, sir. We'll talk to you
God
later.
bless.
God bless.
God bless.
Bye.
Bye.
No, this is hilarious, bro. I'm gonna call somebody else, dog. This is gonna be the greatest episode on the face of the planet. Oh man. Let me see something.
That's why I know that's off, kid. You absolutely can make a woman happy when you ain't got no money because y'all both just trying to survive. It ain't too much to focus on.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
And the most cats, I'm sorry to cut you off, but most cats act like they got all this bravado in a player. It's never about what I have, ever, other than a mouthpiece.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
a vibe.
Yeah. Hello, mother of mine. This is your son, Jerome Williams from Unlabeled the Podcast. We're having a discussion on our podcast right now. We would like to know, can a man with no money make a woman happy?
No.
Can you tell me what your thought process on this is?
Because a man with no money is not supposed to be a man with no money. If he has a woman, he's supposed to have money.
He's supposed to? Where you getting this from?
From my brain.
From your brain? Is either one of my sisters around right now?
Yeah, they're downstairs.
All right, I'm gonna put you on mute and call one of them to the phone, please. All right, I got her on mute until one of them get here. But yeah, this is a very interesting topic.
She didn't even let the question breathe a second. She said no.
No.
Get out of here.
Not even a second. So yeah, I want to see what one of my sisters think about this.
I'm gonna disagree. That's why people in poverty don't commit suicide either. Really though.
Why is that?
Low rate because they trying to survive. And I think if it's like a couple and they broke, man, they trying to survive, so they vibing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's people. Hey, listen, man. I just know when I was younger and I used to watch Cops, they was always at the trailer park. That's where we got the term "wife beater" from. They wasn't happy at all. They was going through it in them trailer parks. So I don't think it can happen either. But let me see.
Hello.
So, yes, we're back. Yes.
Oh, okay. Now ask your question. He wanted y'all to.
No, either one of them. Hold on a second. Is that Marjorie? Marjorie, are you there?
Both of them.
Okay. I just had a question. Can a man with no money make a woman happy?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You sounded too thrilled to answer that question. Why do you say absolutely?
On a serious note, you know how they say it's someone for everyone? Mm-hmm. Like, a man with no money, if I am a woman that has quote unquote everything, and it's like, what do you get a woman that has no money, or what do you buy a woman that has everything? Like, you can make me happy if you're happy and I choose you without going into like detail. Like, I'm probably the wrong person to talk to because like I am not, don't get me wrong, I feel like I'm very successful in my own right. Financially, I am okay. I'm in a position that I could potentially take care of myself and a mate that maybe didn't have a source of income. So I've lived a lot and I've had people that have made more than me, and being that's very successful, and money isn't everything. It's so much more to that.
Oh, that's Tiffany talking. I always thought that was my little sister. So no, huh?
Okay, you got to ask Martin.
No. Okay, yeah, I want to restart the Tiffany question because Tiffany, I think she a dude. She be trying to treat men like bitches. That's why she got the problem. That's why she said that. But all right, Marjorie, what are your thoughts on
you calling me a sugar mama?
Yeah, no, you be trying to treat niggas. That's your problem. Marjorie, what's your thoughts on this situation?
What was I forgot the question.
I said, can a man with no money make a woman happy?
Yeah.
Why do you think so? Look, you answered that unsure. Tiffany was a lot more sure than you.
It's not that I answered it unsure. It's just, yeah, I agree with what Tiff said. It all just
Oh
depends.
God, you've been around her too.
And you got to look at it like this: if that is what you are basing your love or relationship on, what happens when a man, like I work in customer service, so I've heard a lot of stories, and I've heard stories from women where their men were the breadwinners, they took care of them, and then they're like, something happened, and I need you to help me lower my bills because now I'm the breadwinner, and this, that, and if it was based strictly on because this man and he was a breadwinner, so on and so forth. Like, it's when that money was gone, the women would have been gone.
My answer was the best.
What did you say? What did you say?
She said,
Well,
no.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right.
That's it, point blank.
All right,
Bye.
Margie, don't listen to Tiffany. Stay away from her. Otherwise, you're gonna be out here treating men like bitches too. All right.
I said, how can a man be broke if his woman got money? That's why I said no.
Oh, okay. That's yeah. I see it.
And I mean, and I can see why you would say no because it may be a mind thing. It may be
How a man gonna be broke if his woman got money? I don't get it. Okay.
Okay, Mom. Well, listen, y'all start your own podcast and y'all argue about it, but that's your little thought provoking argument for this evening.
Yeah,
Y'all go ahead.
I'm about to start one
All
right now.
All right. Bye. All right. So we got a little more insight into that. But yeah, don't listen to them because my sister's a piece of work. They treat men bad.
We should have asked, could he be the leader if he ain't got no money?
That probably would have been a better question. Yeah, we'll save that for next podcast. But
hell no.
Yeah, that's that. But she really hit it on the head.
Mm-hmm.
I just never thought that my money or having money really it don't. Nah, yeah. I think it's way bigger than that. Because what if you is the breadwinner and you fall off? That partnership, that business crash, you lose your job.
Mm-hmm.
Then you be like, she's a gold digger. But we preach about loyalty and being down. Like I think it's crazy to now. Obviously, with that I think it's levels to it. I think some dudes lead with that, right? So women expect that. But if you solid and you standing on what you stand on, through my experience, women follow. You know what I'm saying? When I got hitched, before I got hitched, I was broke. You know what I'm saying? Had a whole bunch of challenges. And things happened the way I wanted them to. You know, if I'm being honest. Like, and I had somebody who saw in me what she believed she couldn't find nowhere else. And so she played her part in order to get locked in, and she stayed locked in. So maybe I'm just an anomaly. I don't know.
No, man, it takes a certain type of man to not have anything and be a leader or deal with a woman. And when they broke, we was joking around earlier. It was a lot of inside jokes going on. That's why I was giggling so hard. But no, it definitely takes a certain type of man to deal with a woman. In all seriousness, when they don't have money, it takes a certain type of bravado, smoothness. Because I've been in that situation as well. Like right before me and my now wife got married, I had lost a contract. And I was like all the way broke. I didn't have no backup plan or nothing. It took me about 6 months to find a job. So, you know, luckily I'm the type of person I am that we was able to work through that, and we beyond good now. So, it definitely can be done. We was just joking, having a little fun with the topic, but I think it definitely can be done. Now the leadership thing, to Tay's point, that's a whole nother can of worms, and I think we'll save that for the next show. Maybe we'll make that a Patreon exclusive episode so we can have a lot of fun with it and be a little messy. But
and the real deal with that too is understanding that in all reality, like, women don't experience happiness for long periods of time, and they ride in the emotional spectrum every day of the month.
Why you say that?
Right. Oh, just because, like, being hormonal, right? Having a cycle, all of those things, right? They experience a wide variety of emotions in a powerful manner that as men, we just may never really understand.
Facts. Right.
Your woman might feel insecure and you might not ever really grasp what it's about. Right. And it's just, they ride that emotional spectrum. So that happiness is relative. can they experience contentment? Yeah, absolutely. But I think happiness is kind of, that's relative, so to speak. So like your woman you could be giving her the world or not have anything, and that doesn't really have a bearing on if she's happy or not in a relationship. Mm-hmm. But does she trust your guidance and your leadership in the direction y'all going? Now that's something different.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Tay, I like that. Very thought provoking. I ain't got no rebuttal, man. I can't follow that up. you was more prepared for that than I was.
It's science. It's
science. It's simple science. But we bringing this podcast to y'all on MLK Day. I'm not sure if I'm gonna upload this tonight or in the morning, but probably in the morning. So when y'all be hearing this is the day after MLK. We've covered MLK 1,000 times on this podcast, man. One of our greatest civil rights leaders. On this day, I like to remember what I call the real memory of Dr. King and not what is politicized to us. I think the story, that I Have a Dream speech, and the way that America like to remember Martin Luther King as a martyr is the biggest lie ever told in history. So I posted a lot today on Instagram, so y'all can see some of my thoughts on that. I don't want to go too deep into it, but one thing I do know is that I Have a Dream speech was just part of his story, and later on that man actually changed his tone from nonviolence to talk about what he wanted to do financially for us as Americans. And we talk about this a lot on this show, like kind of what is the thing that we want to accomplish as Black America, as a group of Americans. I think we one of the biggest non-monolithic groups in America. We all don't think alike. We all don't view things the same way. To Burner likes to say that we're would you say tribal, bro? Ain't that the term that you use? For tribal, you like to say that we tribal, and I'm the older I get and the more I mature, the more I'm starting to realize that is 100% true. I don't think that there's one accord that we can get on as a people. I think that we have to move past that, trying to get everybody on one accord. We seen it earlier today, in conjunction with it being MLK Day. We just had Trump's inauguration today, and yesterday or the day before yesterday they had the Bitcoin ball where Snoop, Nelly, Soulja Boy, all them just performed at, and they've been catching hell. So I'm kind of using this as a part of what I said, of this non-monolithic thing that we do, because we all know that right now that the wealth gap is the largest that it's ever been in this country between Black and white people. And I don't think it's going to be no reparations handed out soon. I don't know. And we are out here convincing Black people that they should turn down money.
That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And I understand, like, people are mad at Snoop, mad at Nelly, mad at Soulja Boy for performing at this. And they've changed their tune. Of course, they were all against it. Was it 8 years ago or 4 years ago? They was all against it, performing at Trump's inauguration, or it was 8 years ago. So that was 2016. They was all against it. Now it seemed like everybody flipped and changed their tune and saying that they want to get down with the Trump side of things. So what are y'all thoughts on some of this conversation going around with Nelly and Snoop and Soulja Boy performing at the Bitcoin thing joint to celebrate Trump's inauguration?
Well, I'd like to add a little context to that too, right? Real quick before you go, Lamar. One thing I just saw like yesterday was that the 400 wealthiest white Americans have more money than 41 million Black people in the country right now.
41.
Yeah. The 400 wealthiest white Americans have more money together than the 41 million Black Americans in this country.
That's crazy.
And then the 1,000 wealthiest white Americans have more money than the Black and Latino Americans in this country. So that puts it in perspective. Like, yeah, they can't turn down no paper. You need to go do what you need to do.
Yeah. Burner?
What did you ask before? I lost what I was
No.
gonna say. I was listening to Tay. I lost what I was gonna say.
No, so
what did you ask?
basically what I'm asking about our responsibility as Black Americans, because like I said, we like to act like this "I have a dream" civil rights thing, you know, and that's typically the tone of America. And now we starting to get people to turn down bags, like the what we talked about last episode with the Mooney Long incident where she said she wouldn't write for no white person, and then there's people championing that, and I'm like. And from my perspective, with this wealth gap that we have in America, and with this what Tay just described of the 1,000 top wealth in the white community having more money than the blacks and the Latinos in this country, it seems like we need to get to some paper.
Yeah, I mean, just on the surface, I respect that and I understand that, but how Lamar minds work, I don't care about none of that because it ain't happening in my house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just the same way where I made comments last pod about the homeless people, right? At some point, I think our responsibility is to we have to divorce some ideals about Black people too, right?
Okay.
Because everybody's skin folk ain't kinfolk. The responsibility that we have though is take care of your kids, right? Do the best you can to have a healthy relationship with your family or people in your proximity, right? Don't gatekeep in them circles. You got friends being in competition, family being in competition, etc. Right? Be a beacon of hope for the community. What you doing in the community, right? Is you gatekeeping the community? Is you willing to help? Is you willing to assist and build that solidarity? Because what the internet is showing us is good and bad. People think freely to an extent, right? But also people crazy too. We all have different experiences and we look at this thing differently. So when I consider working customer service jobs or working or running to, any type of staff that has an attitude at a customer service job, you know why they have an attitude? Because they probably hate the job. That's the easy answer. But we ain't considered the management. We ain't considered the culture and where they work, right? That's a real thing. So there's so many layers to that. But at the end of the day, do we care? Right? We care about our own personal interactions. I care about my food being good, but I don't care about that. It's a free enterprise. So we can all. I think the hack is, again, Martin Luther King, man, they had the pressure and the responsibility of foresight. We all sit in a privileged position of hindsight. That's why we always talking, I would have did this, they should have did this, because motherfuckers bored now because you should be doing something, right? You got a choice to build a table. Look what we doing now. Look at all the dudes who get on YouTube, get followers, and get back. I'm talking about get really paid, right?
My bad.
Now, some stuff, once one or two do it, it may not be available for everybody to do, but that just goes to show there's always something. But people be so worried and saying what they would have did that you ain't doing nothing now. So, yeah, man, get paid. It's a job. If they paying, you decide to do it. And this is the president of the United States. He won.
Mm-hmm.
If he called me tomorrow to come sit down, I'm hoping that they air it.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we got some sweatshirts we want to make. Hey. So I just think some of that's silly, bro. It ain't a real thing in my mind. It ain't a real thing.
But also, I think everything that you said is part and parcel of what our responsibility is. I don't think that goes without saying. I think you should. Those are just things you should do for your household. Period. But I think when I think of uplifting the community, we all have a responsibility. I'm not saying that we shouldn't gatekeep. Like 100%, you shouldn't be gatekeeping. That's just foul. A lot of people do that weird stuff in our communities, and I've had it done to me. You know what I mean? Also, like you said, doing your part, taking care of your family, that's just part and parcel. That all goes without saying. But when I think about these numbers, when we talk about our future, when we talk about our kids' future, and we're talking about providing opportunities and generational wealth, the only way to get through that is financially. So as long as it's moral, Like I said, these guys ain't doing nothing by going to perform and getting some paper. They can take that paper and spread it right into their community and do other things. And if ain't nobody paying attention, these people are broke. Desmond Hanzu, that's the guy, a name I couldn't remember last week when we were talking about the actor who said he was broke and living paycheck to paycheck. Desmond Hanzu, we done seen him in everything from Guardians of the Galaxy to Amistad, fam. And this man is talking about he's broke. And if y'all think that these celebrities is really getting to that paper with this inflation rate that we just seen, and they still want to maintain the lifestyle right now, they not. It's a lie. It's all a lie, fam. These people are people with jobs. So I'm not understanding why these people are catching strays, bro, because they want to go perform for the president. I don't understand it. Like you said, he won. Why do we we passed
He's
that?
president.
Now. Listen, fam. We just saw them kikiing. We just saw them at President Carter's funeral kikiing with the Obamas. Y'all savior. We just seen them kikiing, fam. These people ain't enemies, fam. You not talking to your uncle or your auntie because of who they voted for. And these people was just over there laughing right in our face, going to dinner with each other. You know what I'm saying? Obama said he was going to Trump's inauguration. I don't know if he showed up or not, but Michelle said she wasn't going, and that was the rumor that I saw. So I don't know what happened, but all I'm saying is I know with my own eyes, I saw President Obama kikiing with Trump at President Carter's funeral. Not to mention, when all these years we thought when Bush got in office, we thought he was one of the worst presidents, and we see him and Michelle hugged up. You know what I'm saying? Laughing, kikiing as well. Like, so all I'm saying is all this the vision because of what a celebrity is doing or what bag they taking or what they not taking. All this saying what you won't do for a white person to me is financial suicide. And as far as the numbers, if we want to act like in this community, like we want to do something for our community and provide something, then honestly, I think the financial aspect of it is more important than the morality.
I wanted to add because you got the cooking, so I was letting you cook.
Yeah,
but I think a lot of times we say, "Hey, man, that's a given." A lot of stuff ain't a given, bro. 30% of kids in the U.S. don't know who their dad is.
Yeah.
We need to take care of our families, bro.
That's
really what it comes down to.
You're right. I think that's just a different conversation. I'm not saying you're wrong.
No. Yeah. But I'm just saying this to the public, though.
Yeah, I got you.
We need to take care of our kids, bro. Listen, that's going to reap so much more benefit than trying to get this money and work and do all that because it causes destruction on the other end. It literally, we are seeing this in front of our eyes. These little dudes have no sense of danger and no respect or fear of death, right? Now, we can act like that's honorable, but that's foolish. That's just foolish. They out here being reckless and dying way too soon because, again, when you talk about community, I guarantee you there's some guy in that community that they can look up to, but that's not how that works, bro. You can't save people. It's hard. Maybe one or two of us will be like, man, Mr. Johnson, he helped me change my life. People need a daddy. And that's what we missing. All that other stuff, bro, people need a daddy. These dudes need to take care of their kids. These women need to be responsible and allow these kids to be taken care of by their fathers. And it's gonna be a joint type of venture because all that other stuff, bro, all that collaboration and all of that stuff, man, it's in vain. And I don't want to be negative and be a Debbie Downer, but the kids who come from stable homes are going to work circles around the kids who just out here hurt. You know what I'm saying? And neglected. It's just a reality.
Yeah, I think Frederick Douglass had a quote that said it's easier to build stronger men than to repair broken children. I think that was the quote, something to that nature. So I totally agree with that sentiment. That's why I try to be a mentee to people that's younger than me. A lot of the times, I know we come on the show and joke a lot, but people know they hit my phone. You get some real conversation. You get some real guidance. You know what I'm saying? So and to Bernard's point, he's spot on with that for sure. I don't, like I said, I know I definitely want to do more in the community to help people, but I also want to go where it's received, because a lot of people I talk to, it's not received. You know what I'm saying? Like, they hit me, I give them something, and then they call me back with the same sob story and the same BS a couple weeks later. So I need to be around some valuable people, because I ain't trying to hear that at all.
I think we got to acknowledge that we don't have really a community.
Quick.
Yep.
Tay sound crazy, don't he?
Yeah, he do. You sound real staticky. Stop messing with that damn system.
Just make sure your cables is tight, because you sound crazy staticky.
What about now?
Oh, you good? We back. We back.
We back. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I want to say, man, we got to acknowledge that we don't really have a community or a culture, man. I think like we didn't realize the value of segregation and what it posed to us at the time, because it was more like, man, they violating our rights by not letting us in these spaces. But when we were forced to live among each other and to supply each other with all the things that we need, we better had a community, right? Because your father knew that man that owned the dentist, that your father knew the man who owned the butcher, who was the mechanic, and all of those things. So we had a similar culture and ideology. And that might have just been based that you lived in a certain state. So you shopped in these places and you had a respect for the people around you. Now we so integrated in society that everything that we pretty much get, we have to go and get that from some sort of source outside ourselves, outside our own people. And as we look forward, right, that sense of pride and what makes us Black and what we identify with as Black people or African Americans or FBA, whatever you want to call us, right, that's gone from us. So we in a time where we need to adapt accordingly, right? We integrated in this society now for plenty of years to where it's like, man, you need to figure out how to win for your family and for your people that you associated with, not for the Black community as a whole, because there's no way to really tie us all together. And I think that's lost. Like you might be able to see that more in a place like DC, where there's so many Black people and the Black business owners. But when you start spreading out around the country, that ain't really a thing anymore. And I think that's what Martin Luther King realized towards the end of his life, was that, hey, man, I integrated my people into this burning house. Man, they gonna lose all of those things that make us a culture, that have us bonded together and all of those things.
Yeah.
So as to Lamar's point, yeah, let's get out here and make sure we take care of our kids. But as far as uniting all Black people and bringing the community together and doing that, like, no, we got some Black people, man, that believe you should be Hotep. We got some who Hebrew Israelites. We got some who, don't even want to associate with Black people. I mean, it's just more about figuring out what can you do in your own household, because I feel like that's the myth and the biggest lie, is thinking like, oh, now we're going to magically restore some sense of unity among our own people without some drastic measure and probably, unfortunately, some huge loss of life that forces us all to live together and figure out to reestablish certain boundaries and guidelines of how we operate with each other as people. That's gone from us. So now you figure out how to win in the current system in which we live in.
Yeah, I think I think what you said is spot on about the segregation aspect of it, and us being segregated, because we see a lot of other cultures coming to this country. I mean, I know we were out here, but we see a lot of other cultures coming to this country where they were where they come and they form their own communities. We talk about Jewish people, we talk about Asians, we talk about Hispanics. They pretty much do everything in their own community, and we've pretty much been the only culture of people that integrated directly into this country, like mass society, and then we just completely just dispersed and don't even think about our own people. And I don't know if that ship has sailed, but I know one thing that we do too much of is coming together over the lowest common denominator of stuff. Like typically when I hear Black people talk about coming together, it's all over surrounded by hip hop and hip hop culture. It's never surrounded about the good things and the positive things in our culture and building it in that aspect of it. And that shit is super corny to me. You know what I mean? Just because somebody like Kendrick or Drake or arguing about it, then that becomes a big divisive thing with us, and that shit is super corny to me. But I think we definitely need to come together on some more positive notes and some positive building. I don't know if, like I said, I'm not sure if that ship is sailed. I wish and hope that we can get back to some semblance of that. I don't know how we get there though.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't like that we often come together, like when it's police brutality or some situation, we'll come together and they'll give us a narrative about this person who may or may not be a criminal. And we want to come together and unite, like, man, this Black person. But we need to come together based on, like, let's say, is somebody that we respect in the community, and they say, man, their business is going down, or they practice is not getting the attention it deserves, that's how we need to come together and offer them support, because they are the best of us, or they are the proactive in creating something that benefits us. Those are people we need to rally behind.
Yeah.
But we also get manipulated, right? We got the Jay Morrisons or whoever else that we suspect is scamming us, and we get behind them. So we need to just figure out how to get behind some people that got our best interests in mind.
That'd be popularity contest shit. People that like that gatekeeping stuff. People prop up somebody and you see him a certain way, and you're like, oh man, he seems like a good guy, or because you see him with Dame Dash or somebody else or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's all a popularity contest, and people look at these people as celebrities. You know what I'm saying? When they just be low key grifters, and I see a lot of that going on YouTube, especially, where you don't know who to get behind or who to stand next to. You know what I mean? And I think we need to get back to more to, so what have you done in the community? Receipts. Ain't that what the girls call it? Receipts.
You know what's crazy though? Like a Jay Morrison, since we mentioned him, a lot of these guys have receipts, right? Because they really do the work. The problem that our community is not educated on is that it's business, right? You can get behind whoever you want, but relationship, being relational with people at times will protect you from the bruising and the scarring. Because if y'all follow me, my intentions may be pure, but from a business standpoint, I'm not going to let my family go belly up so yours won't. And that's what we see in business, and people don't want to be honest about. But it's like, nah, when it come to business, we be meaning well, but we don't be knowing the business and understanding the liability, right? So when you look at a Jay Morrison, he's telling you all these ideas and these plans. Hey, but before you put your money up, you should understand that, like any investment, you may lose that. There's no return. And so people immediately go to the tear down, other than just understand that's business. You can put your business in stocks right now and lose that bread, right? But people, when it's each other, it's a different thing. But that's why I say, hey, at the end of the day, man, what it is that what you build or what you're trying to build, you have to understand that hopefully it will outlive you. And hopefully even in our children, some things we're not going to witness, and we shouldn't want to, right? Because there's no evolution in that, right? And so I think we are hurry up and go, hurry up and wait, hurry up, I need it now, instant gratification type society. And it's like, no, for me, it's about instilling and planting seeds, right? And building and building a legacy from the standpoint of being tenacious. Because you can have all the ideas in the world, but that don't mean, that idea is going to work. But what next? But I think our community, I would say, is when we have an idea and it don't work, it ain't like, oh, on to the next thing. I understand it didn't work. It's like, hey, no, Jerome, a scam artist, he said the podcast was going to do that. No, he said that with a good intention. Like he wasn't trying to finesse y'all. So like and subscribe and hit the cash out while I say that. But nah, man, I just think we got to start as people, as human beings, bro. It's next play. If you ever play sports, if your ass missed a 3 and you was open and you didn't shoot the next one, you ain't going to get a chance to shoot again because you're going to be on the bench. All these motherfuckers playing sports and can't relate it to life. Everybody don't get an award. Tay say it best. All men aren't created equal. That dude who's 6'5", who can do the same thing your son do at 5'10", he gonna do it at 6'5". And that's just the real world. And the sooner that we can understand that, and then you say, hey, well, if I can't shoot and dribble, I'm gonna get the 6'5" guy the ball. As a society, we'd be better off.
Facts. And that was our little MLK rant.
Had me high. I'm sweating.
Yeah, straight up. So,
let's talk about, you gonna remember with Trump? Yeah, he the president. That racist ass guy working at Pick and Save, yo, GM, you will go sit down with him, and he be making all inappropriate jokes in the break room. People be lying, man, on the internet. They know they got a racist boss or even a coworker who been there 17 years that be talking crazy. They don't get out of pocket. Like let it. People just gotta let it go, bro. We gotta just operate in reality. It's crazy.
Facts.
All that cancel culture, we just too caught up in that. Like, man, I care about the results, man. I don't care about Steve Jobs' personal life, man. I care about if my cell phone works.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, no, I care about if my cell phone work or if it's got the features that I want on there. And I think that's what we need more of in the Black community. Like, no, we letting our people who doing something, we find every reason to cancel them. Do I care that Snoop went and performed? No, but I do care that he took that money and gave some kids an opportunity to play football,
which he always do.
right? Some of them
Yeah.
dudes is playing D1 football and get an opportunity to go out and do something in the world. Heck, some of them might become next president for all we know, or do something that changes the world.
And let's be honest. I'm gonna say this wrong, but I'm gonna be done.
Yeah.
But let's look at Soldier Boy, right? You look at Soldier Boy. He not gonna look like a physician, right? He don't look like nobody where you go into a professional setting and you be like, man, probably don't articulate well, tattoos all over his face. And y'all mad at this guy for being able to go on one of the biggest platforms in the world and get paid? Why? Why are we like that? That's crazy.
And
This is the president.
And on top of that, ain't nobody buying his music. Ain't nobody playing Soldier Boy right now. What did I say? What did I say when Mooney Long said, I'm not writing a song for I said, if you are artist, at some point you're placating the white people. So all these people coming up here and acting like, oh, well, she's wrong. I mean, I can good for her. Congratulations. No, that's career suicide. The white people are the ones that buy your music. Case in point, white people is the one that paid for Snoop, Soldier Boy, Nelly to come. Y'all niggas didn't put together nothing to have for them to come do it. Y'all didn't.
Right. If you was at home waiting on Mooney Nooney to bring you some chicken, you'll be mad there ain't no money coming in. You'll be like, write them songs, girl.
Yeah, facts.
Facts.
So that goes to my whole point. It's just it's hypocrisy, and then a lot of y'all try to act like y'all don't understand what's going on. No, go buy go spin some Soulja Boy records. Give him a diamond track. No, y'all don't like him like that, so y'all don't. But y'all got the audacity to be mad at him and be attacking these people on the internet. When's the last time you heard somebody riding down the street playing Nelly? Get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all ridiculous. I definitely do it. So count on Jerome to sell out for real.
Don't ask me to borrow none either.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah.
No, yeah,
but we don't understand the way business and politics work sometimes in our community, man, to figure out how to win. Mm-hmm. It's like, just understand the way politics work in the U.S. as a whole. Like, I might have to have a relationship with somebody who I don't agree with morally in order to serve the greater good. So, for example, maybe one country might got this dictator that's participating in rape and genocide. I absolutely don't support such a thing. Mm-hmm. But the relationship I have might give me a resource to, for example, cure cancer. Well, I need to have that relationship with him, but I know that having that relationship with him, I'm funding one thing. So do I let all the people die and suffer because I don't support what he does, or do I serve the greater good and maintain that relationship so that I could cure cancer? And that's the way that our people need to understand the way business, the way politics work, and all of that. And them people going down there to do some songs and perform songs that's already out that those people listen to, that we all have heard, right, is that same process. They take that money and they put it in the community. So, yeah, I had to entertain some people you don't like. But at the end of the day, I had to make a choice between that, taking care of my family, and serving the greater good. Yeah, it's a right answer. It's a wrong answer for that.
That part. Yeah, you hit it on the head. People just really don't know business and really not doing business, because if I was selling T-shirts online and 1,000 racists bought them, so thanks for buying my T-shirts.
Right. Check this out. Check this out. Remember Trump was talking all that shit about China, right? And then and what is TikTok? A Chinese company, and the CEO of TikTok was right at his inauguration because he wanted that app unbanned. Y'all gonna say, he's selling out. Look at that Chinese dude. All that shit Trump talk about China.
People don't understand his plays, bro. He knew damn well he wasn't never banning TikTok, bro. He got all of his everybody riled up. The Chinese is intelligence and they spying. All right, so now we gonna ban it. Look at the timetable, bro. These people don't get credit for being smart, which is weird. But anyhow, he set the timetable for that to expire and ban right when he come into the office. So then he could be like, hey, no, what it was kiss the ring, cut a check, and kiss the ring, and some other probably details behind the scenes.
Oh, one of the big details would say is thank Trump. Because that's what it was sent to my phone. Thanks to Trump's effort, TikTok has been restored and all that. Yeah. Bro, that's marketing at its finest. Kiss the ring.
Kiss the ring.
Mm-hmm. Just like when he sent them stimulus checks out and food everybody, sign them out and had to sign all them stimulus checks from Donald J. Trump. And y'all thought, oh man, Trump sent us the money. Like, no, it's all psycho. Yeah. It's all pandering.
He really playing the game. And here go the thing. Yeah. Like him or not, racist or not, the way he playing the game and go about this stuff is cold, bro.
It's cutthroat.
It's
really
cold, bro.
He cold, bro. He cold,
bro. He's so cold.
Mm-hmm. Bro, this
I'm on season 5 right now.
Yeah, man. This is almost some Game of Thrones type shit. We listen right now. Like straight up. But anyway, man, off of that. Last important but less important things, man. Tay, we're gonna go ahead and enter Nerdville a little bit. Did you see the Daredevil Born Again trailer?
Yes.
Are you excited about it?
Very, very. And I'm glad that the Punisher's back too.
Yeah.
And I like how gritty it looked. I like they didn't really make it for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't wait to see that. That's crack.
Yeah, I'm gonna say right now the trailer didn't do nothing for me at all. It was lackluster to me, man. Like the goriness, the breaking the arms and stuff like that. That was cool and all. But yeah, it didn't do much for me, man. Like I really liked the portrayal that he did when they brought him back in She-Hulk, even though that series was abysmal. But I love the way his movements, his athleticism, the way they directed that character was really dope. But I'm not looking forward to this Daredevil series. I'm sorry, man. I'm hoping for the best because Marvel has been lackluster. Like just like next month we get Captain America. Falcon is reprising his role as Captain America. So I'm looking forward to that. That looks amazing. That looks like some old vintage Marvel right there. But this Daredevil, I'm really not that impressed with. I wasn't a huge fan of the Netflix series. I did enjoy it, but it wasn't something that I ran to every time an episode dropped, or when the seasons dropped. I didn't run to it, but I did enjoy what I saw. But yeah, this just was a little lackluster to me, just from my optics. I'm glad you enjoyed it, though, Tay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be dope, man. I like how gritty it looked. I think the only thing they could have done better is if they would have took the approach that the Penguin took. And they would have took everything from the perspective of the Kingpin, William Fisk.
Yeah.
And then just like show his uprising and then his interaction with the Daredevil from that perspective. That probably would have been more entertaining because ever since that Penguin series, it's been hard for me to find anything that I vibe with like that.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be good, man, especially because they brought the Punisher back. They also had some Easter eggs in there about Luke Cage, which I wasn't a big fan of that series, but I wanted them to do better with that. But yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
Who's the guy that played Kingpin from Sopranos or not Sopranos? What's the guy that played Kingpin? I'm looking.
I don't know what his name is.
Let me see. I'm looking it up right now because he killed that role in Echo. So I seeing his character reprising or seeing it play like the Penguin, I think that is a really dope idea. He definitely deserves like his own spinoff series, even if they don't do it with this one.
You could get 5 seasons out of just doing the Kingpin alone and come at it from that perspective of maybe start when he like a teenager or kid coming up and how he became the Kingpin.
Bruh, that's Vincent D. I don't know how to say his name. On Freyo? I don't know how to say his last name, but I didn't realize that was the same dude from what was that Marine movie, fam? Golly, bro's gonna drive me crazy. I pull it up right now. Just Full Metal Jacket. I didn't realize that was the dude that went crazy in Full Metal Jacket. That's the same
That's
actor.
the same dude.
Yes, that's the same actor, bro. I had no clue. Bro, dude been killing shit for a long time because that was the best part of that movie. After that movie went out, they ended the movie right there. After that part went yeah, that was but okay. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like a OCD or not OCD. What is it? What they call them? People got that attention disorder, ADHD. That's what I got. I think I'm ADHD. But yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, I think that was a good point you brought up. I would love to see a full series of just about the Kingpin, kind of like what we saw with the Penguin, because I thoroughly enjoyed that Penguin, and they cleaned up at the what was it the Emmys? Was it the Emmys or was it the Golden Globes? One of the two, but they cleaned up. Really enjoyed it.
That was killer, man. The way they did that Penguin, man, I'm actually rooting for the bad guy. Like, yeah, they killed this.
Yeah. And I had another thing, man. Do you think Star Wars is dead?
Yeah, it's a wrap for that.
I think so as well.
Like the Trekkies, man, they an older group. I don't know if you'll ever get a cult following for things quite at that level again.
Yeah.
What appeals to this younger generation? I mean, it's just too much technology, too many different points of view where like we kind of had to almost follow the fads of the movies that were coming out, because it wasn't like you could go to several different sources and stream all these different things online. So I don't know if it'll ever really get that following that it once had. Well,
I think the issue is it's not good. Because it don't even feel like you're watching the same universe when you watch these different offerings that, especially since Disney bought it, it's been horrible. You know what I mean? The old when George Lucas made those 3 films, even the prequels were better than what we're seeing now. The episodes 1, 2, and 3, they way better written, at least, even if the technology wasn't there to give us what the director actually was seeing. But those were phenomenal series. Episode 1, 2, and 3. And then 4, 5, and 6, those were phenomenal. But this new stuff, man, ever since Disney took over, is abysmal. And these TV shows, I guess the latest one they brought out, I can't remember the name of it right now. I have my phone close, so I can't even pull up my notes. But it was called Skeleton Crew. That one, that has the lowest rating of any Star Wars show ever. Like I think it's done. I think they need to sell the intellectual property and get somebody else to produce it, because Marvel, they got too many logs on the fire. And I don't think they can keep up with the demand of what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I think it's just time to move on. Saying like it had its run. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes we spend too much time trying to recycle when it's a lot of things from the past, man, we could attach to and maybe add new life into. Star Wars, they done hit that from so many angles, so many movies, merchandise runs. Like, it just might be time to go ahead and let that die down.
Yeah, for sure. And to your point earlier, I meant to address it when I first rebuttal, but to your point earlier about getting a co-following, I think it's definitely doable. It just like I said, it just has to be good. Like Yellowstone had a huge co-following. Atlanta, before they took those 2 and 3 year breaks because Childish Gambino or Donald Glover was doing movies or whatnot, had a huge cult following. Game of Thrones, huge cult following. You know what I mean? So as long as it's good, I think you can get those big cult followings and those core fans to tap in. But it's been abysmal, man. It's been horrible. It's been some of the worst television and movies I've seen in a long time, And like I said, even the MCU was suffering from that. The MCU early on had a huge cult following. Everybody was a fan of those movies. Every man, woman, boy, and child was a fan of those movies until they started getting bad.
Yeah, I think it's just they need to breathe new life. Like when you watching Star Wars, right? Like you feel like you kind of know the story. So no matter what angle they coming from, you still feel like you know the ending, you know the outcome, and you know what to expect. Right? They need to kind of touch base with some of these new things and get those going. Like, why not dive deep into Transformers? Why not do a live action Voltron, or not Transformers, but Thundercats, or why not do like Voltron or something like that? Like, you kind of know the story, but now, you're going to bring it on the live screen. that might inspire people to get into it. People got into Yellowstone and some of those other things because they didn't know the story. Like, where is this going? And that sucks you in and then makes you fall in love with the characters. Star Wars, some of these other things, man, we feel like we already know where it's going, where there's some other shows and caveats where they could kind of suck us in like that.
I got a phenomenal idea. I think they can save the Star Wars series, and I know ain't nobody gonna listen to it, but I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna be our YouTube short too. But I think if they did Knights of the Old Republic, focused on the Sith, and gave it to Denis Villeneuve, the director that did Doom, and let him direct it and write it, and even bring Taylor Sheridan in to write that movie, I think that'll be a huge W for the Star Wars franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Give it that dark Doom feel. And Denis Villeneuve is a phenomenal director, so I know it'll feel like a huge epic. And then let Taylor Sheridan write it, because he's one of the best writers in TV right now. Just back up a dump truck to dude's crib, dump the money right off in front of his crib, right down here in Texas on 4.6s. They can even shoot it there, and let him let them take that film and write Knights of the Old Republic, because that is dark, it's gritty, it's more modern. You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be a phenomenal series.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. So we'll see what happens though moving forward, man. But y'all got any final thoughts for this episode? Anything else to add? Burner, you got any knowledge to drop on these people for the week?
Yeah, I guess my last 2 cents would be, these are times where you got to get serious, regardless of the president. You liking him from a personal standpoint. If you saw his meme coins and what that did, then you better pay attention and see. Even the billionaires, they falling in line, because what they know is that these next 4 years, this is going to be the biggest separation of wealth in history. So you going to get rich or you going to starve. So nobody care about your feelings. Right? We need to grow up as people, and we need to exercise some type of emotional maturity where you ain't got to like everybody and everybody ain't got to like you. There should be a common goal of winning, and then in most cases, both people can win. It's mutually beneficial. But all this we don't like your mama, like your brother, like your kids. Anything outside of that, you're going to be starving and begging, and I, for one, ain't got it, so don't ask.
and that's our word from Burning this week. Man, I read something earlier that I want to leave y'all with. Just as everybody, we at the start of a new year. I know a lot of people got health goals and whatnot, but I read something earlier that said you can have 1,000 problems until you have a health problem, and then you only have one problem. Good health is like a crown that the healthy wear, but only the sick can see. Meaning that while good health is a valuable asset, only those who are unwell can truly appreciate its worth. So I just want to leave y'all with that. And on that note, we'll see y'all next episode with another episode of Unlabeled the Podcast. Peace.
Peace.